We're now going to graph an ellipse that is being described using a vector function. Recall, a vector function is going to have an input that is the parameter and an output that is a vector. The vector function can be described using ij notation, or it can also be described using pointy bracket notation. We would choose one or the other. So pointy bracket notation would look like this, where 2 cosine t is the x component and minus 3 sine t is the y component. Now either way, however you want to look at it, in ij notation or in pointy bracket notation, we see that the 2 cosine t is the value that gives us the x component of the vector, and negative 3 sine t is the value that gives us the y component of the vector. So these are considered to be the parametric equations for that ellipse. The parametric equations can be used to create a vector function. Now we recognize these parametric equations as being the equations of an ellipse because the multipliers there on the front are not equal, and we also recognize it as being an ellipse that is centered at the origin. And we are going to notice that we'll be moving 2 units in the direction of x and 3 units in the direction of y. The question is, how does this negative affect our graph? And we'll have to see about that as we move through the problem. So we start off with plotting our center value. We're going to move 2 units in the direction of x and 3 units in the direction of y. And this is going to be our elliptical path. So let's plot some points plugging in different values for the parameter. We'll plug in 0 and pi over 2. When t is equal to 0, the cosine of 0 is 1 times 2, that's 2. When t is equal to 0, the sine of 0 is 0 times negative 3 is 0. Now we'll see that when t is equal to pi over 2, we end up with a cosine of pi over 2 that is 0, so our x-coordinate is 0. The sine of pi over 2 is 1, so our y-coordinate is negative 3. And here we'll see that at t is equal to 0, we're at this point, and at t is equal to pi over 2, we're down here. We should go ahead actually and make mention of the fact that this as a vector function would be the vector function evaluated at 0 gives me a vector that terminates at the ordered pair 2, 0, and the vector function evaluated at pi over 2 has an output that is a vector that terminates at the ordered pair 0, negative 3. So our vector function is going to have outputs that are vectors that are pointing to the position of a particle that's traveling around the outside of this elliptical path. And when t was equal to pi over 2, we ended up with the vector r evaluated at pi over 2, which was a position vector pointing to the position of the particle down here. And this time our orientation is moving clockwise around the outside of the circle. And in order to determine that orientation, we really needed to have this table of values helping us out.